Hey guys, it's your boy CJ and welcome to my gaming vlog. Now guys, in today's tutorials, if you lack good first touch in FC24, trust me guys, this tutorials is yours. Stick around, don't go nowhere. Trust me, I will be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Now, first touch in FC24 can be a little bit difficult, but if you understand this simple trick that I'm gonna show you, guys, you will find it easy to find your players in open spaces. Now, you want to take your first touch by taking your hand off the speed, guys. Once you do that, you will be able to control the ball easily. Do not press your speed button whilst you have your first touch. Now, the most important one I want you to know also is take your first touch going backwards, guys. Once you take your first touch, move away from the direction where your opponent will be facing you. Move away from the opponent, and trust me, your players will also move into spaces. Once your opponent tries to tackle you, your players will move into those spaces that your opponent will leave behind. Now, take your time, guys. Take your time. Like I said, it is very important to have a good first touch if you want to build out successfully in FC24 to score a goal. Look at this scenario, guys. You realize that my opponent has covered all the spaces and there is no way for me to go, but there are these two players behind. With my first touch, I'm gonna move backwards with the ball roll and then find the players in open spaces. You see, they are all in open spaces, and guess what? I was able to win a penalty out of this, and I ended up scoring the penalty. Now, once you are able to do this, trust me, your players will move into spaces. You will be shocked, you will be amazed. You don't need to spam onto the L1 for them to move into spaces like this. Look at that, guys. Like this scenario, you realize my players are going to move into these spaces created. I'm going to take the touch and then move away from my opponent, you see that, and then move into that big space that has been created. Now, you want to take your time, guys. You want to take your time. Once you're doing this, your opponent will be confused. Your opponent wouldn't know what else to do but just to follow you around, not knowing even that they're leaving spaces behind for you to move into those spaces. Now, as you can see in this scenario, I took the first touch away from my opponent, and then there was a big space in front of me to move in. But guess what, guys? I did not move into it. I moved away from my opponent and then took a pass backwards and then went back to attack again. Now look at that. There's a big space ahead of me. I can find that player who is free, guys. Just a simple pass to that player. I was able to reach that player. And look at this. I'm gonna use the same first touch formula here once I'm in the box. Look at this. My opponent has covered every place. He's going to move into my direction if I move forward, so I'm going to take a touch away from him backwards, and you see that there was a big space for me to enter in there and then score a goal. Very much important, guys. Take your time. Always remember, take your hand off the speed button anytime you make a pass to a player, so that your player doesn't have a heavy touch. Like in this scenario, guys, you realize that using the same movement, I was able to lure my opponent players out, and now if I pass him, he's going to cover that place, but I'm gonna take a touch away from him. Look at that. My players are also moving into spaces. I'm not spamming onto anything, but they are moving into spaces, and then I will find one of them and then score a goal. You see how effective it is? It is very simple. The pros use it a lot. Once they're on the field of play, they calculate the movement of their players, guys. They calculate the movement of it by moving away, taking their first touch away from their opponent, creating a big space for them to move into it. You want to learn the same trick so that you can improve when you're building up your attack whilst you face your opponent. Look at that, guys. I'm gonna take my first touch away from my opponent and reach for the player down there, because I'm not gonna pass to the one ahead, and automatically he makes a move into that space, guys. You see that now there's a big space ahead. I need to move into it. No need to do any ball roll to go to the upper side, but moving into that space will just end up with a goal where you will find it. Very much important, guys. Very much important. Your first touch is very much important. You just need to do that using your left stick to move away from your opponent once you take your first touch. It is very significant, guys. Like this, you see, I took my first touch away. I took it away. I gave the going to give a pass up there, first touch away, and then free, guys. I can do whatever I want on the field of play, and it opens spaces. You see that there's a big space. I'm going in now. My players are free to move. Now I'm not gonna rush to try to do any kind of fancy skill moves. I'm gonna take my first touch away from my defender, knowing very well that my player is going to run into that space, and then with a simple through ball pass, guys, I've been able to meet my player, run in there and then score a goal from it. Very much easy and simple, guys. Do not waste your time to do any kind of unnecessary skill moves just to create space. Use this tip, and then trust me, you will score more goals. Okay, guys, this is where I'm gonna end today's tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe and then like the video, and then also, guys, leave a comment in the comment section. Stay safe out there, guys. It's your boy CJ. I'm out, and I'll see you in the next one.